How about a positive LSD story? That would be newsworthy. Today, a young man on acid realized that all matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration, that we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There's no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we're the imagination of ourselves. Here's Tom with the weather.
Researchers in Britain have found that psychedelic drugs can create a higher level of consciousness. Brain scans reveal that healthy volunteers who took LSD, ketamine, or the active ingredient in magic mushrooms had more random brain activity while under the influence. Participants said they felt a number of sensations, including floating and finding inner peace.
Psychedelics like ayahuasca, San Pedro, psilocybin, and even LSD and ketamine have been gaining mainstream acceptance in recent years due to their extraordinary therapeutic utility. In this video, we're going to unearth the rarest and still largely unknown psychedelic plants, fungus, and animals on Earth. Please take a second to hit the like button, share, subscribe, and consider joining our Patreon, where you can access our secret streams, as well as extended versions of all of my videos. Virola elongata, a Epena snuff. There is a massive variety of hallucinogenic snuffs made from the seeds and resins of various trees in the Amazon, but curiously, Epena, a snuff made from the resin scraped from the inner bark of various Virola species that contains mostly 5-MeO-DMT, as well as DMT and 5-HO-DMT, has flown under the radar. The snuff is taken to diagnose disease and to allow various spirits to enter the body of the shaman for divinatory purposes. It differs from Yopo and Huilca in that the predominant alkaloid in those snuffs is 5-HO-DMT as opposed to 5-MeO-DMT, the effects of which are quite different. Dictyonema huaorani. Lichens are a composite organism that consists of algae or cyanobacteria and fungus. That explains how it could be that this one, named after the Huaorani tribe who discovered the lichen but had lost the traditional use due to the influence of the church, could contain both psilocybin, which is associated with mushrooms, and DMT, which is associated with plants. It is said to be incredibly potent. It is also extremely rare. On the other side of the world, in Iceland, there is an unconfirmed but well-established legend of another lichen so potent that one author said that it was stronger than any other psychedelic, and that he would know since he had tried them all. The alkaloids are extracted by boiling rocks, a method for purifying water, suggesting that the discovery of this medicine was likely an accident. Fittonia albivenis. This plant, commonly called nerve plant, but known to the Ecuador's Cofan as minicoro, is used for headaches, stomach aches, and urinary problems. Believed to have preceded the use of chacruna in the ayahuasca brew, it is psychoactive in large doses, with users reporting visions of networks of thousands of eyeballs. I will try it soon and post an experience report soon after. Pochonia Clamydospori. This fungus, which is a promising antiparasitical, is also the only known natural source of ketamine, which it produces as a defense against pests.
This plant is called Coleus. You may be familiar with it as a houseplant, but it's wild here in the Amazon. 250 to 500 leaves will result in a trip from a compound called unstable polyhedric alcohol that is similar to psilocybin. In my experience though, it's not worth it, because if you got to chew every one of those 250 times, I've never made it past the first one.
Chric Sananga. Chric Sananga means itchy teacher in Quechua, due to the fact that consuming this plant makes one very itchy and quite warm. It has numerous medicinal applications, mostly for pain and immune response, but the roots are strongly psychoactive and very dangerous. It is in the Solanaceae family and contains tropane alkaloids such as hyoscamine, atropine, and scopolamine. It is consumed by the Shuar tribe combined with ayahuasca only for shamanic initiations after a very strict dieta. Bog Conocybe. This mushroom has the dubious distinction of containing amanita toxins as well as psilocybin, psilocin, and high levels of baeocystine. The amanita toxins are deliriants, as opposed to the classical indole ring psychedelic effects of psilocybin, not an advisable combination except for the very experienced psychonaut. Lycoperdon marginatum, the psychoactive puffball. Used primarily by the Mazatec of Mexico for divinatory purposes and to induce auditory hallucinations and to allow the user to hear for miles. This mushroom has been analyzed and no psychoactive compounds have been found. It is also used by Quechua shaman who claim that inhaling it through the nose or smoking it causes an intoxication similar to psilocybin or LSD. Huilca, Adenananthera colubrina. Huilca, Quechua for sacred, is a seed snuff very similar to yopo, which comes from a related tree species. It is high in 5-HO-DMT and contains small amounts of NN and 5-MeO-DMT, as well as a host of saponins and other medically active alkaloids. Several videos describing preparation and the experience of Huilca can be found on my channel. Brumgansia. Brumgansia is an extremely dangerous and very powerful relative of datura, also known as tree datura, toei, or angel's trumpet. Its tropane alkaloid atropine is used to restart the heart in cases of cardiac arrest, and scopolamine is used in motion sickness medicine. It is often added to the ayahuasca brew to mitigate nausea. Its plant spirits, Sankarite, and especially the mother of toei, are powerful, but they are also mischievous and sometimes treacherous. Mimosa pudica. While not psychoactive on its own, this plant contains 5-MeO-DMT after the first year of growth and NN-DMT after 2 years. It has the remarkable characteristic of responding to touch. 5-MeO-DMT is orally active unlike NN-DMT, and this plant has shown remarkable efficacy for treating depression, as well as antimicrobial and antibacterial applications. Ololuiqui. Morning glories contain LSA, an analog of LSD, and this was the first case of a chemical being discovered in the lab before being found in nature. This video is the unhybridized wild variety used by the Mayans. It is similar to LSD, but much more physically challenging. Sarpa Salpa. A species of sea bream, this fish is found in the Mediterranean and Africa. The effects of consuming this fish can last up to 36 hours. The active compounds are unknown, but the effects more like a deliriant than a classical psychedelic such as LSD. I hope you enjoyed this video. Join my Patreon for more in-depth versions of this and other videos, as well as secret streams, and please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching.